If I was 17 again, would I still buy an Audi A8L?
Do it for nothing. Niggas do it for nothing.
Money.
My niggas told that flame, a nigga do you for nothing. I know a bitch that for the whole gang, let's shout out, you do it for nothing. She think that she do it for something. The price, it ain't really nothing. That money, it ain't really nothing. We blow it, the price be punching. Yeah, vibe slutty. Yeah, these diamonds.
Let's find out. Today is my 1 year review on my Audi A8L. All the good things, all the bad things, things that will help you determine if you want to purchase one too. So let's get to the car, have a cold start, and then head to the spot so I can show y'all. Let me know if y'all guys want to do like a POV video on the Panamera because we have one of these. And I can't lie, I was actually looking to get one of these, but the V8 version before I got the A8. So let me know. This thing's tough too. Especially imagine you drop it. I want to drop this, put some BBSs on it. We can talk about that later. For right now. And don't mind, it's a little dirty. Oh yeah. Oh, that was corny. I'm never saying that again. All right, look at this thing. So overall, this is how we're gonna do this review. So we're gonna start from the outside, work our way in. Do not judge me, the car is extremely dirty. We haven't been to the car wash in a while. So let's get into this review. Now, I'm gonna start off with the most important part that I know you guys wanna hear. Reliability, gas mileage, those type of things. So I've put over 10,000 miles in this car and I race almost every single day. I can't lie. And overall, this car has not given me any problems at all. Knock on wood, no jinx, nothing. And the gas mileage on this is actually not too bad. Like if you drive it like a normal person, I don't know the exact numbers for this. Gas mileage is really good. So all the important people like bosses, CEOs, those type of people, or people who just want a car like to make them feel important, look important, is extremely good on gas. So you should be happy about that. Now let's talk about modifications because for content for YouTube, you need mods that you can do to the car. Right now, the only thing I have on it is 15mm spacers in the front, 20 in the back. It's dropped on TKG or TGK lowering links, have an exhaust, custom intake, and upgraded stabilizer bar kit. And there's so much you can do to it. Oh, and I also forgot about my wing from Maxton Design. I hope I said that right. Pretty fire. And painted the brake calipers. And the prices for a lot of these parts is not the cheapest. I'll be completely honest with you. It's not the cheapest, but it's not stupidly expensive. So if you're young like me and you want a car that you can mod and make content for, this is like the perfect middle ground. I think it's a little bit more expensive than BMW, or it might be in the same range. The design of this car is gotta be perfect, right? The only thing I would change is for a more sporty look, the S8 rear diffuser. But overall, it's not too bad. I like how it's smooth. You got the cutouts. It's a perfect mix between sporty and luxury, since this is the L, or the A8 in general. But I love the headlight design. It's the perfect middle ground between classy and like that aggressive look. It's definitely got that raw factor in the front, that aggressive look. Especially if you stand far away and go down, yeah, that's tough. So overall, exterior, I think the only thing I'm missing for the front is a chrome piece that goes right there. I think I might get that. It kind of sets it off. It aligns perfectly with the headlights. But overall, if I had to give the exterior 1 out of 10, I'll give it a solid 8 or 9. The only thing that would like solidify it being a 9 is more aggressive in the back. The back is kind of soft, but overall, it's really nice. I'm trying to speed run this for y'all because I know y'all probably on y'all lunch break. Do not mind how dirty it is. Now, let's talk about interior. We got Alcantara here. We got Alcantara here. We got double sunroofs, which adjust through here. Bang, bang. So I'm trying to record the best I can. We have a pop-up screen here, which you probably already know. CD player, which we actually found out we could watch movies on the Audi. We have sunglass department here, here. There's actually a lot of storage for the driver and the passenger. We have a Bose sound system. We got heated steering wheel. The steering wheel is ugly in my opinion. It's a little fat, but we're not gonna talk about that. Paddle shifters, which I have Amazon paddle shifters. This isn't real carbon, don't judge me. Display here. Now, I haven't figured out how to do the night vision thing on here. I'm not too sure if the A8L has it. I know the S8 does. So If you know how to do it, please comment down below. And I think if you've been watching enough videos on Audis, you know how to use the display on here. If you really want to know how to use this, I'll drop another video, but we could talk about that another day. Now on the side of the chairs, which I'll show you on the screen, we have massaging seats. So these are all the adjustments you can do. And then here's all the massaging settings, which feels amazing. I've gapped a lot of BMWs getting a massage. I can't lie to you. Let's move on to the back seats. I am 6'2". Now the cool thing, no one will ever be sitting like this in the seat. Let's move this up and adjust. Hit it equal with the driver's seat a little bit. Let's say that's regular passenger. Look at all the room I have in this thing. This is more than both of the Range Rovers. And the cool thing about it, I can adjust. So let's say I'm on my lunch break and I want to come back to the car, relax. I can lean the chair all the way back, get a massage. So let's say I'm on my lunch break, right? And I just want to chill a little bit for lunch, which I actually have done this a couple times. Go here, click this button, whole front seat moves. Now I know probably a lot of cars have this, but I'm new to this. This is fire. Now boom, crazy leg room. Now I want to lay back a little bit. Click here. We're gonna lay back. And trust me, that's not the end of it. I want a massage too. So you click here. It's 3 levels for both modes. So I guess this is like the aggressive. This is like the, I'm gonna say move up and down massage mode. Of course, you got your AC here, which we will be needing that. You got your own personal mirror back here, which I still haven't cleaned since the first video. A light there, sunroof. And the cool thing, you can adjust the mirrors on both sides with one door. So let's roll this up too. And let's say, nah, that's not enough. We can hit the back. Tell me that's not sick. Let's say you chilling, roll that up, roll that up, roll that up. You got your AC booming. Trust me, this AC feels nice. I'm hot making this video. You got all this leg room. Let's talk about my absolute favorite part of this car. The engine. This car is run on a 4.0 twin turbo V8 that pushes 460 horses, I believe. We have a custom intake and this thing scoots. For this car to be so big and heavy, I've won a lot of races that I know I should have lost. And the cool thing about it, a simple tune, which I believe should only like cost you between like 800, maybe a grand. It's a lot, but maybe that price is. It's tuned and ready to do 180 miles an hour. And a simple tune will bring you from 460 to, I believe, almost 600 to 700 horses, maybe more depending on the tune. I believe a DS1, that's what it's called, can get you to those numbers. Now, reliability for these engines, I've had no problems with it. Of course, soon I'm gonna have to change the spark plugs. I have an oil change due, as you saw on the screen. But it's pretty straightforward. No, it's not straightforward. This is an extremely complicated engine. But reliability is robust. I think the only problem with these engines that I've heard of are carbon buildup and then timing chain. But I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with the timing chain. I hope I don't. It's on warranty. But there's a lot of customizations you can do to this engine. I would take the cover off, but it's extremely, I'm gonna take the cover off. There's a lot of customizations you can do to this engine. This is the same engine that's in the RSQ8, Lamborghini Urus, Audi S8, Audi A6 and S6. You get the point. So I can put RS7 turbos on here, full tune. Yeah, it's a lot you can do to this car. Now, of course, there's so many more features I can go over with this car. Like, I can get extremely technical. If y'all guys want that, please comment part 2 and I'll make a full video on every setting, every small little detail of this car if you really want to buy one. For now, I hope y'all guys enjoyed the content. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The video is not over, by the way. I'm gonna do a POV video for y'all to see. I'm probably gonna use some old clips, some new clips, some clips y'all haven't seen before, so y'all get the driving experience. And no, we're not doing, I'm sorry. Yes, we're doing the speed limit. We did not go above 60 miles an hour on this POV drive. I hope y'all guys enjoyed the video, and let's get into the POV drive. All right. I think my microphone overheated, or maybe the battery is low. So I know some of that is probably no intake sound. I apologize. I'm trying for y'all. I'm trying. All right, so let me hook this back up and then see what we can do. I think I need to move it to a different spot. It's just way too hot right there.